Hey guys, what's happening? Russ again from Historic Coins and Collectibles of eBay fame. And I got a coin for you today. I got some different stuff. Start out with this is actually an old, I forget what they're called. Cops used to carry them. An old club. Cops used to carry, and it's actually got spring. And there's a piece of metal in here. And then this appears to be leather. Wrapped around it pretty tight, but you know, if you get hit with this in the head, you're gonna know it. It's a gift from my mother. God bless her. This is actually the 10th anniversary of when she got released from women's prison. She was a little bit of an outlaw in her day, I guess. You know, she had a couple armed robberies. I think she robbed a bank once. You know, she was a little on the wild side, I suppose you could say, when she was younger. Two-time felon. So next time she gets arrested, it's life. You know, let's hope there isn't a next time. Mom, let's hope there's not a next time, please. You know, she's got a funny sense of humor too. This here, it's a guidebook of United States fractional currency. It was a Christmas present, I think, last Christmas. And it's pretty cool. It's got all types of different currencies from back in the day. This was actually inside of it. A little handwritten deal here. But like I said, my mom, she had a funny sense of humor. She used to have us play Operation. Remember that game where you take like the outlines were like metal and it was electrified, and you'd try and pick out like little things from the little figure. You know, you do an operation. It was like you're pretending to do an operation, but if you touch the side, it would zap you. Well, she used to have us play that, but instead of like the little tool that fit in between the thing, she had us use a railroad spike, which obviously did not fit. So it was like a guaranteed 100% you were getting electrocuted every time. So she got a kick out of that. You know, we didn't enjoy it too much. It was more for her entertainment, I suppose. You know, as little kids, I mean, we'd be crying, and I mean, we were downright terrified. But check out this magnet. I got this from a flea market. I don't know what it's off of. If anybody knows what this is off of, mention it in the comments. I imagine it's off of some type of farming equipment or something, you know. Came off of something. I don't know, but it is strong. Like, oh, like it will. This is how I get all the steel cents out of my bulk wheat cent purchases. I just hover it over and they fly right out. But, you know, like I was saying, my mom had a little bit of a sick sense of humor. She would put stuff in our pockets at stores, and we would walk out, and when the alarm would go off and security would come over and they would check us and they would see that we had merchandise in our pockets that we hadn't paid for, and she'd yell and scream at us, you little fuckers, I should have fucking aborted you, and this and that, right in the store in front of everybody. And on the way home, like, she'd be laughing. She had a good time with it. Again, we'd be crying, and boy, it was more for her entertainment again. It wasn't really for the kids. It was a little traumatizing, but this thing's pretty cool. My mother gave me this, you know, so despite all of the child abuse, I got some cool antiques out of the deal. She's had this since I was a little kid, so this thing is legitimately old. And I just realized it turned into a little white girl, like not too long ago. Because I always had it sitting on I've got a little like shelf on my wall in my living room. I've got a whole number of different like little colored dolls like this, like the antique ones. So I never flipped it upside down and turned it over. I mean, why would you? If we're gonna be honest here, why would you do that? It's just a strange thing to do. But it fell off the other day, and I was like, son of a gun. This is 2 dolls in one. Pretty cool. So thank my mom for that. Like I said, you know, the child abuse was worth it, I guess, at the end of the day. This I purchased. I didn't have to endure psychological and physical abuse at the hands of my mother to acquire this. I purchased this on my own. And this to me is just like the coolest little doorstop that I've ever seen. I don't know, I think it's pretty badass. And it's old. It is old. This, I have this on eBay at some like unreasonable price, just because I really like it and I don't want to sell it. But if you want to take it from me, I'm giving you the opportunity. You know, I put some stuff up there. If you look at it and you see the pricing and you're like, what in the world? You know, I'm like giving you an opportunity to take it from me, is what that is. Oh, I'm jumping the gun here. This I purchased on my own. If you can read that, please let me know. Painted by Otto Gray Bellner. I don't know. I've looked it up. I can't find who the artist is. But apparently the year he was married, in 1914, he painted this. And folks, I like this painting. I think it's cool. I think it's watercolor, actually. I don't think it's a painting. I think it's a watercolor thing. But, you know, if you get offended easily, turn away. Obviously, you're not subscribed to my channel and watching it still if you're offended easily. So I feel pretty safe to show this. And listen, it's art, okay? It's art. Don't accuse me of being anything. It's artwork. I really like it. I actually bought this off of YouTube like years ago. And I thought it was the coolest thing. And again, didn't have to endure any child abuse for that. I got that on my own. Which is, you know, I almost wish that it was given to me by my mother. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night screaming. And it's, you know, that operation game, let me tell you. And I think she brought it to like an electrician and had it like souped up. Or I don't know what. Maybe it's just because I was a tiny kid. And I wasn't accustomed to being electrocuted at the behest of my mom. But again, you know, I got a whole bunch of cool shit out of the deal, so I can't complain now, can I? Okay, I got this at an estate sale. You know, it's just a cool little old book here. But it says Little Poems from Richard. Okay, tiny pages contain big thoughts, small poems, yet holding lots of love. Size is only one dimension, too narrow, clouding the sun of my love. And that was written June 21st of 1991. Let me see if I can find one that's a little better than that. Waiting, it's not a waste, if time not used in haste as value. And value can make a life healthy, so free of strife. One smiles, and smiles spread happiness wide, No one can possibly hide from smiles. Well, you know what? We did a lot of hiding as a kid. And there weren't a lot of smiles. So, what does that poem mean to you? That's what it means to me. A lifetime is only what you make it, nothing more. Each moment comes and must be dealt with, not as before. For newness brings a creative, fresh being, forever endure. Is that encore? I don't know what that word is. Forever encore and enlope. I don't know what that says. Can that be? Yes, I think so. For everyone. Okay, I'll read one more. Oh, the anger caused from human love crashes within all. I'll read it over again. The anger caused from human love crashes within all, around and above. Why is it so, and why does it kill? Everything beautiful, my being, my will. Only, of course, if you let it be so, since one must decide what will die or grows. Thankfully, Mom chose life. She let us live. Childhood years, forever yours, memories clear, spreading doors, spending doors, opening doors. Okay, I gotta start over again. Childhood years, forever yours, memories clear, opening doors, precious thoughts, forever dear, reliving youth without fear, golden moments, once more alive, total happiness, none contrived. Right, this was Richard. Richard really had some optimism in his poems, it seems. He's an optimistic guy. He probably was raised by a mom who was not a sociopath. And God bless him for that. 'Cause Lord knows we all weren't. Okay, here's a Indian scent. I don't know what this phone's gonna do today. Let me get the lighting a little better. What do you guys think here? This, I think, is for sale on the channel, or on the YouTube store, or eBay store, whatever. It's on sale here too if you want to buy it. That's a 1900 Indian scent. Here's an 1877 S, Cedar Liberty half, in very worn condition, and it's darkly toned. That should be on eBay. If it's not, I'll put it there. Here's a 1857 half dime. This is it's a nice AU. I'd love to call it a mint state, but clearly it's got a little bit of wear to it. But it does have luster, and it is a nice AU. I'd give it a mid to high AU. It's got really nice luster, really nice color. And you know what? Some of these half dimes are really rare. And for the money that you pay to get them, they're good buys in my eyes. Holy shit, look at me. I should start making poems. This thing's not on there. I guess I should put it on there since I purchased it. And I'm not using it. It's an 80 coin album. The plastic ripped, of course, you know. Probably have to mark it down 50% for that. But here is the coin, right? It's Coin Channel. Not a channel where I explain to you guys the mental, physical, and emotional abuse I had to endure as a child from my mother, who's a 2-time felon. And if she gets a third strike, it'll be life. And then she'll be writing poems. She'll be writing poems from whatever maximum security women's prison there is in this country that could house her. They'd probably be fighting each other over who doesn't get her, but you know, she's calmed down in her old age. She's incredibly old now. like, geez, I can't even imagine. I can't even begin to estimate how old she is now. But she's calmed down. She's calmed down. No more operation. No more forced larcenies. She's really just a kind, generous woman at this stage in the game. And we love her. But I didn't mean to make this all about my mom. I wanted to make this about this $50. This I'm going to auction off probably tonight. This is one of my nicer coins. That doesn't mean it's one of my more expensive coins, because just because something's expensive doesn't always mean that it's nicer than something that's less expensive. If you catch the drift, get what I'm saying? I think quality-wise, the natural tone, this has a golden tone over the whole thing that just gives it a real original look, but it's got really great luster to it. You know, you can see a little bit of wear up here. Maybe that was a contact mark at some point. It appears to be wear to me. You can see the blue. There's some really nice blue color around the rim in some spots, especially underneath the $50 on the reverse. There's some excellent color. But I mean, just look at the luster, the way the devices pop, and the tone. I mean, this is a coin that will do well at auction. You know, it's just a nice quality coin. It's got, let me get my handy dandy pointer. If you can see, I'm doing this good enough. That looks to be like a little bit of wear there, you know. There's maybe some contact marks and then a little bit of wear added to it, perhaps. I don't know, you tell me. That's just some contact marks or some legitimate wear? You know, it's obviously wear. That's the only part of the coin that has wear. But like I said, if you look at the overall luster, eye appeal, just the coin as a whole, and it's a Civil War date, you know, Civil War era, $50. The Civil War adds collectible value to it. Certainly, everybody likes the Civil War years. And just the golden color, the golden tone over the whole coin. I prefer these coins so much more to the, you know, the shiny silver colored coins, you know, the pristine silver. I'd rather a coin have this look to it. You know, this looks old. It looks antiqued. In the Civil War year, you know, that's, you know, that adds quite a bit of meaning to it in my eyes. It's a troubling time for this country, but we got through it to become the strongest nation on the planet. And we're right in the middle of squandering that away because of our idiot politicians who serve their donors and not their constituents. And it's infuriating, but I'm not going to go off on a rant because we're 19 minutes into this video. I'm going to end it. This is going to go up for auction. Look out for it. You know, this coin should do over 8. It should sell for over 800 for the quality, you know, for how nice it is, for the Civil War date, for the tone, the originality, just everything about it is a premium quality collector coin. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.